this weekend, the Baseball Hall of Fame inducted its latest class into the museum, if you will. And we had Scott Rolen and Fred McGriff inducted. At first, I wasn't real sure about Scott Rolen, but looking at his numbers, looking at his career, I'm like, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Fred McGriff, I said before that I thought that he would benefit a lot from playing for those great Braves teams, but he was as good as I remember him being as a kid. There's a reason I was a huge Fred McGriff fan, because he was amazing. He was the guy, right? So congratulations to both of these guys. Let's go back through. I just wanted to go back through and highlight their careers just so we could see, I guess, get a better picture of why they are exactly Hall of Famers. So first things first, Scott Rolen. Let's talk about him. I say first things first a lot, I'm noticing. Anyway, first guy, let's talk about Scott Rolen. Let's highlight his career. He won a Rookie of the Year. He was a 7-time All-Star, 8-time Gold Glover. He won 1 Silver Slugger, and he was on the 2006 World Series winning Cardinals. Some other things of note: he finished top 5 in MVP voting in 2004 with the Cardinals. Sometimes we see guys who finish top 4 or 5 in MVP voting, and we just think, oh, top 4 or 5. But you gotta remember, like, the guy who wins the MVP is the best in the league, right, for the year. So I mean, it's among all the players. You've got, at the time, 25 guys across 15 teams, 14, 15 teams in that year in the National League, right? So probably 15, maybe even 16. I think that was before the Astros came over to the American League. And I'm not going to do the math, but that's a lot of guys. And for you to be named the best among them, or even the best 5 among them, that's a big deal. That's significant. So I think I'm going to be taking that into more consideration when I look at guys in their Hall of Fame ballot, their Hall of Fame resume. Did they have 1 or more years where they were among the best 5 players in the league? So I think that's a really big deal. Something that I looked at that I thought was really cool with both of these guys, Scott Rolen made his debut on August 1st, 1996. He was age 21, and he played his last game on October 3rd, 2012 at age 37. That is a long and solid career. That is absolutely amazing to be around and be consistent and a regular for that long. I absolutely love it. So those of you who keep in track, 17-year career, and during that time he played for the Phillies, Cardinals, Blue Jays, and Reds. Now let's move on to Fred McGriff. He was a 5-time All-Star. He was a 3-time Silver Slugger. He was an All-Star Game MVP, and he was part of the 1995 World Series winning Braves. Other things of note: he finished top 10 in the MVP voting 6 times. Right? Never won one. He won the All-Star Game MVP, which, be the best among the best for a day is pretty awesome. But top 10 in MVP voting 6 times is awesome. He led the National League in home runs not the National League. He led the American League in home runs in 1989 and 1992, playing with the Blue Jays. He debuted May 17th, 1986 with the Blue Jays. He played his last game July 15th. That might have been August 15th. I don't know. Anyway, in 2004, as he played his last game, he played with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays at the time. Now, the Rays, for those of you who might not know or not keeping track, that's a 19-year career with the Blue Jays, Padres, the Braves, Devil Rays, Cubs, and Dodgers. And for your Gee Whiz file, he spent 10 years in each league, in the AL, 10 years in the NL, but no more than 5 years with any team. Thought that was really interesting, that he kind of moved around quite a bit. So there's your 2023 Hall of Fame class, Fred McGriff and Scott Rolen. Congratulations to those guys.